Good morning. It is Wednesday, April 30th.
Yep, and we're on our way to Alaska. We're leaving today, and we got our wonderful shirts from our grandkids.
And they say, Alaska is calling, and I must go. Okay, it's cold out. It's only about 40 degrees here in Wisconsin right now. Even though we're wearing short sleeve shirts, we did that just so they would show up on the camera. But it's pretty chilly. We got the heater going in the camper before we take off.
Yep. So
We're all loaded up. We've unpacked and repacked every compartment and every cabinet, pared down on what we don't need. And we're just about ready to take off. The cameras are set, the security alarm's on. The police chief retired, lives around the corner, and all 7 of our neighbors know we're going.
So, do a last minute check over everything and away we go.
You betcha. May the journey of 9,000 miles begin right now. And we had to double check. We had an erroneous code thrown at us from one of our tire pressure sensors, but it's really good to have them. Steve double checked, everything's fine, and we are ready to roll. It is almost 11 a.m. and we plan to take off sometime before noon, so we're kind of ahead of it. Now this entire trip is completely unreserved. We're just going to go and see where we go, see what we see, do what we do. A lot of boondocking. Steve's backing out of the yard right now. And thanks to all of our other YouTubers that we watch, we've marked down many, many interesting places to see, places to go boondocking, places that might be, you know, a nicer campground to stop at than what maybe we would have found just driving down the road. So we've marked a lot of beautiful things that we would like to see on our bucket list. That doesn't mean we're going to get to every one of them, but we're going to try.
Yep, sure are.
So you're all fueled up?
Looks that way.
We're propaned up?
Yep.
We're watered up?
Yep.
We went through the weigh scale to make sure we're not too far over our cargo carrying capacity. We're a little bit, but the thing is, we don't always drive with full water, full fuel, and full propane either. Right?
Yep.
Okay, you got your co-pilot behind you watching, making sure you go in the right direction.
That's a good thing.
He's over your shoulder. And you had done a complete service on the motorhome. Recently we had the alignment done, we had the service from Mercedes done, transmission, brake flush, and then now you did an oil change last week. Everything's double checked and triple checked, all the fluids. We've gone over everything and we've, I think, prepared pretty well. We had a 2-page list, 2 columns, single space, that we crossed off every single thing as we completed it. That way each one knew what the other one was doing.
Yep, it's a very good system.
Yeah. So we're headed out now, and like I said, it's kind of a cool morning in Wisconsin, but at least there's no snow on the ground. We were down to, what, 31 last night. Could have had snow. So we'll see what we're going to accomplish today. We usually drive 200 miles a day. That's our goal. And we don't even like to drive every day. So if the entire trip is 9,000 miles, we're going for 4 months, it looks like possibly we could drive every 3rd day and still get to about everywhere we want to go. Okay, railroad tracks. Ooh, is that nice. We just replaced the struts and the shocks on here, and it made a big difference. Okay, we're getting up on the highway. Away we go. Like Brian says, one of our AdventureVanMan YouTubers that we watch. And we are headed towards Brunet Island State Park. It's one of our favorites, and maybe we'll stay there, maybe we won't. We'll see.
Yep. See how it goes.
Well, it looks like we have kind of a partly cloudy sky. Roads are clear. And being Wednesday, traffic shouldn't be too bad.
Yep, that's very true.
Now I'm going to go finish up the blog post I started 2 weeks ago. I want to get that posted today. So tomorrow's blog post will be ready at the same time with this video. I'm going to try to post my blog. I'll put the link down here, and my YouTube videos on the same day as we travel. Let's see how it goes. Okay, here we are driving into Brunet Island State Park. We've been here a bunch of times before. This loop, the south loop, is electrical. Looks like there's one camper in there. And then we like going up to the north loop here on the map because there's some really nice sights up there. This is the Wisconsin River over here. Oh, here's our first wildlife shot of the trip. Okay, we decided to pull into this beautiful site. A real bummer. We got all set in on our site, just about ready to put down the jacks. And I grabbed the phone to pay for the site. And guess what? Even though the website says the park is open year-round, the campground portion is not available until May 1st, which is tomorrow. You can't even go online and pay for it, so we drove back to the office. There's nobody there, and it says the campground is closed until May 1st. There's not a single thing on the website that says that. So even though we had a beautiful spot picked out, can't stay there. So we're heading back along on the highway, and we're going to drive up around the Rice Lake area. We looked for a few more campgrounds in the area, and they all say May 1st. We're just one day too soon for Wisconsin. So up around Rice Lake, there is a Walmart. There's another one up by Superior, another one by Duluth. So we're just going to drive on a little bit further. It's about 50 more miles. So we'll do that. Right, Steve?
Sure, that sounds good.
So you're cruising along?
Yeah, we're cruising.
Disappointing because it was a pretty nice site that we had picked out. It had a beautiful view. Stick with 64 here, dear?
Yep.
Okay. And further west and north we go. Well, we've driven on further to the beautiful community of Rice Lake. And here's our exit. A little roundabout here. Wisconsin has put in a lot of roundabouts at all of their exit ramps. I don't really care for them. A lot of people seem to like them. A little bit of glare on the windshield here. And it looks like up ahead is our campground for the night. Yeah, we're gonna pull up to Camp Walmart. It's a nice little one in a small town. But we've looked in all the campgrounds in the area, nothing opens up this early. We're one day too soon. So we're gonna pull in and find a nice little out of the way spot and cook some supper.